Kia ora and welcome to the final match of the season in 2023 of Wednesday Night League. And it will feature the champions of the overage restricted under 90kg competition, the Manurewa Marlins, up against the Mad Dogs of Mount Albert. Stephen McIver and Kiwis Fern skipper Crystal Rute in the house for this one. Oh, it's a good night for a hot dog and a hot chip, because the weather here has been absolutely horrible in Auckland City. Earlier tonight, Te Atu 24 against Glenora, and a really, really strong game. Kia ora to you, Crystal, and Cook Islands Language Week. How are you, my friend?
Kia ora, Stephen. I'm good, thank you. I'm very well. I'm glad that I'm up here in this nice, warm lounge watching the footy, that's for sure.
You sound like Anthony Gelling, who was here before. He says, I'd rather be up here in my silken robe and being waited on hand and foot. Let's take a look at the two sides that line up this evening. Club that you know well, and that's the Manurewa Marlins. A lot of touch players in here, and could be one of those nights where those skills come to play. Keep your eye on number 7, Henry Dunn, and Clayton Ngawharo in the number 10 jersey, coached by Chris Joseph. And if I'm right, is it the same Chris Joseph that's the player coach?
Yeah, he sure is, as a player coach, and he's 42 years of age, actually, Chris, and he's still doing really well in this space.
I was about to say, what do you mean 42? Just 42 years of age. The Mount Albert Mad Dogs, not the Lions, they're the Mad Dogs, this crowd, because they're a team that came across from rugby union and said, hey, yeah, we actually quite like this great game of rugby league, and they've got somewhat of a celebrity following, but keep your eye on number 11 in the form of Connor Hafoka. He could do a lot of damage for the Mad Dogs this evening for Mount Albert. So those are the two sides that line up, and it's just worth noting that before the start of the game this evening, footy fans, there will be a moment's silence for the sudden passing of an under-18s boys coach in Henry Moronga. He was a dedicated man to the coaching space, spent 10 years with Manurewa and the Auckland Rugby League rep team. So there will be a moment of silence. An incredibly sad day, but Rugby League does remember those that have given to the game. So both sides will line up opposite each other, and we will observe a moment's silence for Henry Moronga. So the moment of silence observed for the sudden passing of Henry Moronga. Did you ever come in contact with Henry at the Marlins?
Many a times around the ways, around the club, and it's shook our club up a lot. He'll be well and truly missed, and he did a lot for the Marlins, especially in the young boys space. So sending lots of aroha to Henry Moronga's whānau.
So this is the last match of Wednesday Night League, concept dreamt up by the Auckland Rugby League, and has certainly turned into a whole heap of fun, and has certainly showcased a lot of, let's say, older talent, but a lot of new talent as well.
Oh, it has, and it just caters to all sorts of players, the young, the older, and obviously being lighter, it shows a lot more skill. It's a lot faster. A lot of touch players have come across, and we'll probably see a lot of those skills reflected through tonight's game.
Here's hoping the weather looks after us. And we are underway. For the final time in Wednesday Night League, it is the Mad Dogs that kick off, and the Marlins that will have first use of the football here at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium number 2. Stephen McIver with Kiwi Fin skipper Crystal Rute in the house, all wrapped up with a beanie and ready to go. Is Crystal? It is cold out there tonight, isn't it? It is hideous.
It's freezing. It's so windy.
Well, we saw that with the kicking game earlier on the piece where they were kicking into the wind and the wind just said, no, that ball is not even going close to anyone. Marlins with the first use of the ball. They look like they want to play a quick game. Jonathan O'Grady in the 12. And quickly they're close on halfway, the Marlins. This is Cairo Campbell. Bang on halfway place. Well, starting to be cutting up a little bit in the middle. It is a beautiful deck here at Mount Smart, number 2. Nice pickup by Taylor Smith for the Mad Dogs. Runs straight into a strong tackle from Henry Dunn. I think the one thing I've noticed already, having seen Open Age Restricted for the first time, there's a lot of, shall we say, slightly built players. They're not all built like bricks.
Oh, yes, and you'll see a lot of some of these players, you know, in touch, they're fast-running players, and then they come into Open Age Restricted and they're playing prop.
There was young Ikatule who was playing the first game, wanted to play every position, and then Anthony Goulton, he decided, well, I think I'll play acting half, I'll play 5'8", I'll play my back row position. It was all over the place, but it's good, right?
Yeah, it's so good. It's very inclusive.
Oh, okay, I'll take that one. Yeah, Open Age Restricted is inclusive. Okay. So strong defence from the Mad Dogs. I know it says Mount Albert Lions, but this team is known as the Mad Dogs. That's a great run by Glenn Green. Straight through for the Manurewa Marlins. Cut down by Taylor Smith, getting close to the line. Here come the Marlins on attack. This is Kalen Ngafaro. Got Joel Harrison hanging off the top of him, trying to rip his head off. Not going to work this time. U90kg in at half. Nice moves out. Oh, quickly picked up before it went behind his back. Shaquille Taylor. And then he's monstered by 3 dogs. It does sound weird, I've got to say. It's not the Bulldogs, they're just Mad Dogs. Kick through. Someone better get onto that one because the chase is going to be a strong one. So that's a good result for the Marlins.
Yeah, that was a beautifully weighted kick there by Cody Mahuika. Just perfectly placed and Mount Albert ain't able to bring it out of the in goal there. So the Marlins will get a drop goal out to them.
Now they're playing with the wind, as you can see. That's a heck of a restart. Now that's kind of good. Hang on. How far is that gone? Oh, we're 20 out from their own line. What a restart by the Mad Dogs. I don't want anyone to take offence that we're calling them the Mad Dogs. That is their name, and if you're a Bulldog supporter or a dog supporter of any sort, that's just what they like to call themselves. Manurewa, though, looking sharp on attack already early in this first half. That's Corey Hebden with a tidy little carry, and they've quickly got themselves back into around the 30-metre mark. Good strong run by the Marlins. That's what you need. Running into the wind as well makes it even worse. That was Clayton Mafaro again. Step goes Cairo Campbell. Tidy left foot step. 9 out from their first chance to score. And they come. Here go the Marlins. Yes! So the Marlins with a very, very strong start thanks to Bronson Nathan. Watch it again.
It's beautiful ruck ID there from U90kg. Just jumps out, runs in behind the ruck, flicks the ball on to Bronson Nathan, and a beautiful try to get the Marlins on the board first.
Well, the great thing about this try is how far they had to come back from that restart. Literally 30 out from their own line, and within 3 plays, try. Yeah,
that was credit to Clayton Ngafaro and the likes of Cairo Campbell, who, you know, did the hard yards and got them down into that good ball area for U90kg to jump out and have that beautiful try assist for Bronson Nathan.
Just the sort of start you want for your coach when you're playing into the wind. Could you throw this one over into the wind?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, Henry Dunn says, I'll kick it over evenly, so I'm not going to throw it because I'm not allowed to do that. But they get the extra points, and early in this first half of the final match of Wednesday Night League, brought to you by the Auckland Rugby League, the Marlins are in front 6-0. Mount Albert Mad Dogs. Such a great name, isn't it?
Yeah. I actually interviewed them post-match last week, and I asked them what it was all about, and they said, we just wanted to bring a good culture to the club and, create something special with a lot of young fellas that they had. So I thought that's a good concept. They're just trying to create something different and something refreshing. So I thought that was really cool.
Well played, the Mad Dogs, I'll say that. 6-0, but they trail. They'll want to get themselves back into the hunt here. They've got the wind behind them. So the Mad Dogs restart, trailing by 6. That one's come off the side of the boot. Picked up quickly by Jonathan O'Grady for the Manurewa Marlins. Stephen McIver, Crystal Urota here at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium number 2. Home for Wednesday Night League. Bronson Dixon there in the 14 jersey. Remember, you've got unlimited interchange. We've already got 16 on as well, and Chris Joseph, who's the player coach for the Manurewa Marlins. So yeah, you get the feeling, well, we'll have short stints tonight, Crystal.
Yeah, I guess you've got to keep the people on the bench nice and warm. You can't sit there for too long. It's freezing out there.
These two teams have got it easy. It was sheeting rain down. It was just coming in sheets in the last match, and it sort of didn't go, and then it would come, and away they go. Here come the Marlins through Glenn Green. Gets it away to Shaquille Taylor. 5 and last for the Marlins. Can they go on again? Dunn comes back inside. Does Jonathan O'Grady get it down? No.
Hand over.
Does he go short?
Play the ball. Hold it.
Bit of a trick play, heading to go back outside, inside board there to O'Grady.
Behind the line with me.
3 defenders there.
Oh, there it is. No, he was short. Good work.
Good call by the ref.
Dunn caught them napping though. That step back out and comes back inside again. The Dogs had better be aware of that, but there's been a knock on while we've been looking at that replay. Knock on to Joe Brinson, and perfect position for the Marlins. Oh, I think he had a bit of a peekaboo, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he looked up, saw that line of Marlins defenders and missed catching that ball.
Have you been enjoying the first couple of weeks of the NRLW?
Loving it. The quality of footy is superb. It's just getting better and better each week too. It's all the up-and-coming talent. Man, there's some fast young ladies.
Dunn feeds the scrum. Comes out wide, ball for the Marlins. Here they come. Cody Mahuika finds Corey Hebden, and they're still alive. This is Wee Nathan. 9 out from the Mad Dogs line. Marlins on attack. Hebden tries to step, meets 4. Inching their way towards the line to go again when it comes to scoring tries. This is Andrew Putaiti. They're aiming up in defence. They're making the Marlins work for this if they're to get through. Dunn looks back inside, finds Green. Green goes and scores. Just hung off him that little bit too late. And Glenn Green goes in for another try to the Manurewa Marlins.
8 points on the board for the Marlins already. See this little play here. A little bit of a corners, dropped Glenn Green under. Too powerful, took about 3 defenders with him. Put the ball down to score a game for the Marlins.
Again, who's working the magic? It's Dunn and 7. They just fell off him, and Glenn Green goes under. It's 10 points to 0. Kick to come to the Manurewa Marlins. Just watch here. Zook looks up, holds it a little bit, and they just bumped him off. Poor old Haba Tamarua just got bumped off. Could have gone under him to try and hold him up, but you know, littler man against a bigger man. You know which one's coming out on top. This is done for the extras. Already got one. A little more challenging, this one. Just shanked that a little bit. He looks a bit disappointed in himself. Mind you, he's kicking into the wind. Remember, it is very, very strong, the wind out there. So, no change to the score. Marlins 10, Mount Albert Mad Dogs, the big donut right now. Long way to go in this one. And Glenn Green out of James Cook High gets the old 4-pointer, the old meat pie. So what have you made of some of the Kiwi girls playing over in the NRLW? I've been watching with interest Tyler Nathan Wong.
Yeah. She went really well last week. Her pairing with Racine McGregor, it's a great combo to have at the Dragons.
Probably what she needs too.
Yeah, someone experienced.
Oh, that's not what you need. You make all the plays, then you drop it on the restart. Dunn kicking himself for that one because Tyler Nathan Wong is a talent.
Oh, she's definitely a talent. And she's picked up the game so fast for someone who's sort of never played rugby league and then come into NRLW space. Oh, she's killing it. She's absolutely killing it.
Dad always wanted her to play rugby league somehow.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'll be a happy man.
He'll be a very happy man right now. Mad Dogs with a good opportunity in this first half. And look at the push from the Marlins. You better get the ball out of there, lads. And they do through River Alderton. Alderton straight through. Referee's happy just like that.
Oh,
it
wow.
hit back. Dogs are in. Watch closely.
See, the scrum was a bit messy, but straight off the back of the scrum, back around the scrum. Marlins didn't break off the scrum at all. They were still
watching.
tucked in there, yeah, still watching.
Look at them come out of the scrum, Crystal. Look here, now look.
They weren't even sure that the ball was out, but by then it was too late.
River Alderton for the Mount Albert Mad Dogs goes in and quickly hits back. Just what they required. That was just a little odd, the way the Marlins stood up and what's going on here?
What's happening? Oh, they're just scoring a try.
So it will be Hava Tamarua with the attempted conversion of Alderton's try. Oh, he skied that one. It's come off the side of his boot. There's no extras added there. So the score right now is they start to pile the points on both sides. 10-4 Rubber Duck. Are you itching to get back into the NRLW? Is that something you're considering still or not?
I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm playing Nationals, which I'm looking forward to. That's coming up soon, so that's the focus at the moment. I'm just at that point where I just have to take it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other.
Okay, I was going to say it's now a case of looking after the body, but I'll get that answer in just a moment. Dunn restarts for the Marlins. They lead 10-4. After giving up what might be considered a soft try. This is a great carry by Mike Muir into the defence. So is it a case of health of the body now for you?
Yeah, and other priorities now. Footy's taken up, a large chunk of my life for the last decade, I think it's been. So other things as business and stuff are sort of becoming priority now. So just taking it day by day at the moment.
Is there any sort of way that if you were thinking about calling it quits that you'd like to finish? Would it be skippering the Kiwi Ferns one last time, or?
Probably not. Probably just playing for my grassroots club or just Māoris for my family team would probably be where I'd want to end my career.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it. No, that's love it. What's important to you is the most important thing. Marlins ball. Rain starts to come down. Couldn't stay away. Kake with the ball. He finds Mahuika. Goes outside to Corey Hebden. He's taken down, and the rain really starts to set in now. 10 out for the Marlins, leading by 6. Can they score easily again? Kake, he's running the show at the moment. Comes out, finds Jonathan O'Grady. He's been busy since taking to the field. 10 out, the Marlins attacking the Mad Dogs line. Dunn wants to make up for the drop. What's a little grubbin? Picked up nicely, though, by Mike Muir, the front rower. Front row's been always. He dropped that. Oh, he has too. Tried to get up quickly and slipped the hand on the ball.
Yeah, it's unfortunate error.
He was saying this is what the front rows club can do. I actually think did he start then hold his hammy a bit and then right there.
Yeah. It's the risk of playing the ball with one hand in these kind of conditions.
Very similar to the situation of Dunn now, where they're starting the set basically 10 out from the opposition line. Dunn will feed the scrum for the Marlins. Oh, what a great run. That's a heck of a run from Cody Mahuika. Which way do they go, left or right? Yeah, he's trying to suck the penalty, not going to get a Kake. Short ball. Goes nowhere this. Looking to his right, goes to his right. That's Anton Putaiti, and Andrew Putaiti drops the ball, so conditions now starting to play. This is where you want to play low percentage ball, right?
Yeah, this is a safety set. You just, want to keep it a bit tighter, looking after the ball.
Can you remember the worst conditions you've ever played in?
Oh, gosh.
There's been a few then.
I actually don't know what's worse, if it's the extreme heat or the extreme rain.
So what extreme heat have you played in while we're looking at them playing in the rain?
Oh, in Australia, I just recall at Suncorp one game, it was just so dry, so hot. We had to have so many stops. You just could barely breathe. So
Yeah, that wouldn't be much fun.
no.
Mad Dogs going out wide. Nice work by Haba Tamarua, knocking players off. Hands it off to River Alderton, the try scorer. He's finally taken to death by the Marlins, and they're about 3 out from halfway. Still some work to do. Ball goes to the hands of number 19. That's Dylan Wallace. He got probably a better result out of it than he expected. Now that ball is going to run. Oh, that's been taken out. Yes. So that will be Rewa with the dropout under the sticks. I think they were lucky to get that. That kick by Wallace wasn't the most outstanding kick in the world, was it?
And then they just kicked it down like soccer skills styles, and it was just that last little bounce where it didn't go out and had to be forced out by the Marlins.
The FIFA Women's World Cup has been inspirational, so you might as well take some inspiration. If you're out on the field, you can use it. Ball probably works a bit better because bounce is not going to go screaming out. Restart by Dunn under the Marlins line. You can see how strong that wind is. Lets it bounce. Tamarua, lucky to get away with that. Puts about a million side steps on. Is finally stopped by Chris Joseph. This is Muir again, who will want to make up for that knock on his own line, basically. This is Wallace. Can't miss him. The full head of... What do you call it? Looks like he likes surfing. I was just going to say that. The surfer look. I'll have to use that one. Here it comes. Trent Thompson. They've got their backups now, the Mad Dogs. You can sense something. A little bit of confidence now going in. Alderton goes to the right. Cut one out. And they go again. And yes, they do score. And the Mad Dogs are in.
They'll be happy with that, the Mad Dogs. Brings them in just that little bit closer. Nice ball there from dummy half. Bit of a step back and a fend. And Alderton in to score.
Just want to try and check who was the try scorer from the jersey there.
Not Alderton. Is it 3?
I think it might have been Patrick
Putty.
Putty.
My mistake.
Nicely executed. Yeah, it's Patrick Putty. Congratulations. Nice little try. Wasn't much on the defensive end from the Manurewa Marlins. So it's 10-8, kick to come. Mad Dogs are back. Starting to bark a little bit. So it'll be Wallace with the attempted conversion. Strikes it cleanly. I think this looks good. That looks really good. Nice conversion from Dylan Wallace. And we are locked up in the final game of Wednesday Night League. It's 10 apiece. Marlins, Mad Dogs, live.
Maybe if he is a surfer, Stephen, he's got strong legs as a result.
Nice thought. Nice work. Now you're thinking, right. Do you think he's a longboarder or a shortboard surfer, though? That's the question. I think the older boys are longboarders and the younger boys are on the shortboards because they can work the shortboard. Old boys love a longboard, like the big waka. Dunn restarts for the Manurewa Marlins. 10-all in this open age restricted under 90 kgs exhibition match, you could say, but God, I wish I was under 90 kgs. I remember those days, and they're a long way gone now. Mount Albert with the ball. 10-all, 2 tries apiece. I love the attitude of both these sides, regardless of what the weather is throwing at them. Chris, they are just throwing it around.
Oh, yeah, it's not shying them away from spreading the ball out wide, that's for sure.
Tidy run by Mount Albert that gets them into Marlins country. This is Cassius Bell. It just about blew the pee out of that whistle, ref. Yeah, Cassius Bell gets up just with a bit of a, felt one around the chin there. So Wallace will kick the touch. I suppose at this point you'd say, headband might be nice, Dylan. Just get the hair out of your face.
Hair tie?
I think the last time you and I did a game, you were suggesting things like that.
Yeah, hair tie. Eldon's got the right idea. He's got his hair tied up.
There you go.
We'll go tap in here.
You can get all sorts of tips, fashion tips, styling tips on Wednesday Night League with Crystal Rooker.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
So try score a putty with the tap. This is a good, strong carry.
Yeah, stand now! Hold your line! Oh, go!
Mad Dogs looking for number 2. That's
Stand
Trent
now!
Thompson, stopped pretty quickly by the likes of Cairo Campbell. Bring it out wide. This is Tamarua. Tamarua inside to Mike Muir. He's been busy. Good, busy front rower. Manurewa under the pump a little bit now. And Mick Roberts, the skipper, didn't go too far there. Got caught in no man's land with the runner coming under. River Alderton finds Wallace. Wallace, big step off his right. Gains a couple of extra metres. Last tackle, what have they got? Little kick through from Mick Roberts. Still alive.
Just touch it. Just knock on to the player. Okay, and then we're going to go out here.
So knocked on by the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. Just watch this closely. Mick Roberts with the grubber.
2 minute tap there.
It's a beautifully placed scrubber too. Oh, just off his hand. I wasn't sure if it went off his hand or if Royce Nathan's foot.
Well, that's in the history books, and the Marlins have the ball. Done.
Yeah, done now! Hold!
David Albert. Excuse me, that was Royce Nathan with the messy play the ball.
Yeah, stand there, 19! Hold, go 2. Stand there!
It's Bronson Nathan with a good carry.
Yeah, tight little carry too. Done. Kicks. 43 out. Waiting to see what the ball does, and it's picked up nicely by Taylor Smith. Oh, was Dunn trying to try and be an Exocet missile coming in there from the side?
I actually...
Have a look at this.
Yeah, I missed that.
It was a suggested high, he called high tackle, so where's it? Oh, right there, well.
Well, he dipped into the tackle. It wasn't if he came in high.
Let's have a look again. So this is Smith, and then, well, you could have even thought shoulder charge, by the look of it, of what we saw. But it's gone now. We move on. Mike Muir with the carry for the Mad Dogs. 5 out from halfway. It's 10 apiece in this last game of Wednesday Night League. This is Cassius Bell. Tidy carry. They're struggling to hang on to him. Now, I apologise for the wiggle of the camera, but there's a hell of a lot of wind out there, and our camera folks are basically tied to the fence, you might say.
Yeah, stand there! On me! No, King, stand and play!
Patrick Party trying to grab an extra penalty, not going to get it. They come back inside. This is Taylor Smith again. He's a big, tall fullback that wants to play like a front rower. Wallace gets the ball out. This is clear air for Joel Harrison. Harrison's still going. He's got Tom Collin beside him. Yes! Oh, nice little hit and spin. And the Mad Dogs are in again. This time to Tom Collin. Of that nice little ball from Joel Harrison.
But this was a beautiful break by Harrison. Bit of a drawn pass, but he still had a bit of work to do, Colin. He's stepped back inside. Royce Nathan missed that tackle there, and he's in to score a game for the Mad Dogs.
Give Royce Nathan his due, though. He tried pretty hard to make up for that, and it was pretty close, but momentum works against you. And Tom Collins scores for the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. They're up 14-10, kick to come. Be interesting to see how Wallace uses the wind this time, because it's coming right to left across those sticks, if you look at it like that.
If you look at his hair, you can see which way the wind's going.
And if he'd had a hair tie, we wouldn't have been able to see it. So there you go. This is the one time your tip may have to hold. So I wonder how far to the right he will kick it. Do you aim for the ambulance, the office space, or do you just go straight on and aim for the grandstand and hope it's going to really swing around? We'll find out. Strikes it. Is it going to come around? Oh, not bad at all.
It looked promising.
Doesn't get the extras, but it's the Mount Albert Mad Dogs in front by 4. They lead 14-10 first half. Last match of Wednesday Night League, for 2023. See, I said football because I've been watching the FIFA Women's World Cup. It's getting into my brain, but the quality of that women's game is outstanding. Have you caught much of it?
Not a whole lot of it. I've seen a couple of games, but I haven't watched a whole lot of it.
Good footy though, right?
Oh yeah, the game that I've watched about 2.5 games, and it's been really good. I just love the exposure that women's sport is getting, women's sport in general. The
quality of the football is great, and seeing huge crowd numbers, not just for the football ferns who sadly are out of the tournament, that's the encouraging part.
Yeah.
Done, restarts. Wynn takes the ball straight into the hands of the Mad Dogs, who are now leading by 4. Try scorer Tom Collin wants more. Likes the idea of scoring tries. Joel McGreal is on at 14. Oh, nice pick up, Cassius Bell. Gosh, it must be hard when there's a strong, strong wind. You can look at it. You can just see it on their shirts even. Look at the wind out there. It's a wild old night in Auckland. Well, that's how wild it is. The Auckland Rugby League staff holding their pop-up. We've already seen a plastic chair go pretend it was a streaker and go across the field earlier. That's how strong it is. You can just tell. Challenging conditions for everybody here tonight at Go Media Smart number 2.
Yeah, stand now! For the final coming! One marker.
Wallace gets a bad ball, but he uses the air and the wind to his advantage. Are they going to let it bounce? Nice take. That's a heck of a take. Shaquille Taylor. Glenn Green, the try scorer, plays the ball. Finds Dunn. Comes Royce Nathan. Wants the quick play. Looking at the touch, he's saying, how about that, sir? No, you're not going to get that one. Dunn again.
He's quite experienced in the Open Age Restricted. Royce, he's won a couple of championships in the Open Age Restricted for the Papakura side. And his brother Bronson, who's also playing, he's won 5 championships in the Open Age Restricted.
Little chip and chase, yeah, that's Papakura, eh? Papakura. Now, if my notes tell me correct me, Papakura, one of the semi-finals this Saturday, 2:30 for the Fox Memorial up against Richmond. Graylin, number 2 at 2:30. Richmond against Papakura, 2:30. And I think it was you that said Papakura with the surprise packet of 2023. They had a good qualifying series. I think that's when everybody went, oh, hang on a minute. Something special might be brewing here. Might also be brewing here for the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. This is Jackson Smolinski in the 16. Apatamaru with the kick through. Oh, the bounce is wrong. Oh, it's gone away from Shaquille Taylor.
Asking to ask the touchy.
So Harrison's claiming the try. Look, it bounces away. Is it hands on the ball? I would have thought both hands on the ball at the same time. You go in favour of the attacking player.
He caught a knock-on from Rewa and knock-on by
Always caught on Rewa knock-on. There you go. Okay, so another chance for the Mad Dogs to go on again. 10.5 to play in the first half, and it's all so messy. Well, that's what happens. Watch again. So this is an interesting one. He's called Rewa a knock-on.
So I think the bounce back into Shaq's hand was the first knock-on that he called.
It was a touchy call. So there's Tamarua with the chip.
Just there.
You are kidding me, right? I cannot see a knock on there, but it doesn't matter. We move on, and it's Rewa with the ball after a knock on by the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. And that's a really strong run by Corey Hebden.
Hold, go, one. Number 6, make sure you're making me. Stand now! Hold.
Ref keeping strong control of this game. Andrew Putaiti trying to suck a penalty, not going to get it. That's the one thing referees are pretty well onto nowadays. They're not going to be fooled anymore, are they?
Yeah.
And let's be blunt, not all footy players are good actors.
Yeah.
Kake waiting for the ball. Looks up, finds Dunn. Dunn, little short ball to Green. Green's still going, steps off his right, still going, comes back inside. This is Kake, finds Dunn, and he finds Nathan, dots that one down. Oh, and he's thrown up the bow and arrow as well. How about that? Royce Nathan with a try for the Manurewa Marlins. It really was quite a bang, bang, bang move, wasn't it?
Oh, it happened very quickly. Well, they had good ruck speed, the Manurewa Marlins, but a good put down there by Royce Nathan. He's scored many a tries in his league career, that's for sure. Little try celebration.
That's the old Alex Pereira out of MMA. He did that to the Style Bender out of Sonia when he won the first time around. Yeah, now I get it. If I'm wrong, someone will tell me. But I'm sure that's the Alex Pereira. Yep, gotcha. 14 all. Kick to come, and those pop-ups look worse for wear. They've got a bit of a slant on them. So, another challenging kick for Dunn. Challenging because he's going to be kicking this one well into the wind. It's coming at him, you can see. Ball is actually not moving that badly, so... Oh no, there we go. Struck it well, but he's not going to get any help from Mother Nature. So once again, we are all locked up at Mount Smart number 2. It's 14 all. Manurewa Marlins, Mount Albert Mad Dogs in the last Wednesday Night League for 2023. Looks like a hurricane's gone through. 7 minutes and a bit to play. Yeah, there's a bit of wind about. Of course, this is also the home for Auckland Athletics. You've got the track and you've got the pole vaulting arena and the long jump pits around and long jump pits, and so everything has to be looked after. Of course, those are the hammer nets as well. That is a kickoff and a half. That's probably kickoff times 3. Probably going to realise that if you've got the wind behind you, you don't need to boot it as if it's going into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
Maybe a little chip and you would have been okay.
I was going to say, it didn't look like he kicked it that hard for it to go dead like that.
Yep, that's how strong the wind is here tonight. So early advantage for the Manurewa Marlins. I like what Eldon Kake does out there, huh? Like
he's a brilliant hooker, yeah. He comes from 2 sporting parents, as both his mother and father are New Zealand touch representatives, so he's got...
It's in the genes.
Yep.
Got that there DNA is Clayton Ngafaro, who's just knows only one way to go, and that's straight. Plays the ball. Dunn waiting. Dunn gets a little bit of a gap. Cut down. Marlins on attack again. Dunn not happy with the treatment he's getting in the play of the ball, and they move on with it. This is Mahuika.
Yeah, stand now! Keep it clean! Hold, go for it.
Kake.
Yeah, stand now!
Wants Nathan to play the ball.
Hold, go!
Kake looks up, comes back inside. Short ball through, it's gone to ground. Ngafaro tried that little short ball and didn't come off and knocked on by his teammate. So Mount Albert with the ball. Survive another raid.
When you're ready.
Strong defense by the Manurewa Marlins.
Play the ball. Hold on there.
Great work by Clayton Ngafaro again. But a burst of speed from the Mad Dogs to get themselves out of trouble.
One marker.
That's Cameron Puisi on now in the 15 jersey.
Here we are. Hold, go 3.
Remember, unlimited interchange and overage restricted means you can have a wee rest if you want to, as Hapa Tamarua tries to wiggle his way through the defensive line.
Release him there.
Joel McGreal at acting half.
Play the ball. 4, 1 marker.
Goes to the air, Ben McRoberts. He'll use Mother Nature's advantage here. That wind really is strong out there. Shaquille Taylor doesn't go too far. Chase was a good one.
Yeah, it was a good chase. There was a better set from Mount Albert. They didn't get too far out of their half, though, but it was a good kick down and a good kick chase.
Well, you always say to me, a kick's as good as its chase.
Yes, absolutely.
So do listen. Marlins just out from halfway, about to cross into Mad Dog territory.
Stand there, up together. Go 4.
Campbell, he finds Ngafaro, who has been busy in those last 2 or 3 minutes, putting his hand up and saying, give me more ball. Dunn is waiting. Which way do they come? Yeah, they find Dunn. He looks up. Cut out ball. He finds Bronson Dixon. Dixon still going. Trying to tunnel his way through. Forgot the count.
Yeah, I don't think they were aware that that was the last. Glenn Green there was caught with the ball in hand.
Oh, good shot. Good strong D. That's the second set in a row where they've aimed up well in the first hit.
Clayton's been overworking. He's been working hard on defense and attack, and he's just been caught not square at marker.
No, not square. Yeah.
One of those days where even your worst kick can be a miracle kick with the wind behind you. Good touch finder by Wallace. Harrison just taps and goes. Still going, beats 1, doesn't beat 2 and 3. Tom Collin, the try scorer, comes in. He'll go again. Just take the pressure off his forwards. Just under 2.5 to play now in the first half. Well, that ball has gone everywhere. Oh, you can't call that a forward pass if the wind takes it. No way you're going to get that one. Here comes Patrick Partey. Partey still going. Already scored a try for the Mad Dogs. Tamarua kicks through. Is it too much, though? Is it going to hold up? No, it won't. All the learnings from a windy night out at Mount Smart number 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of learning, especially in the kicking game.
Be gentle.
Yeah, be very gentle. Depending on what side you're kicking from, I guess.
You would have heard the referee say 1 minute 40. He's pretty much on the mark as far as time left in the first half. All locked up in this last match of Wednesday Night League for 2023. Manurewa with the strong start, but just out of nowhere, the Mad Dogs came back and then went try for try. That's why we're at 14 all. Done. Looks up. Finds Jonathan O'Grady with the strong carry. Gets them to halfway and gets the penalty. And Wallace called for the second effort. Just a little bit of urgency to maybe try and get a try before half-time. That little psychological blow. Little over 60 seconds to play. Bronson Dixon with the ball. Oh, yeah! Little man, big man, Hapa Tamarua. Big tick in the box. We love that. Hake. Kake finds O'Grady again.
Keep it clean, hold, go 3.
Goes the short side. This is Green. Green beats 1 in the form of Cameron Puese. Got a great pass on him done. Kake waiting. The D is up to it. Less than 30 seconds to play in this first half. They go the short side. Marlins, ball's been touched and still alive. Hasn't been called a knock on, and they're and then they knock it on. It's always the way, isn't it?
Yes. You call it, then it happens.
Last 10 seconds. Rewa want the chance to try and make something. They're going to run out of time. Lads, you need to set the scrum. Ref says, nice try, lads, but you're not going to get the scrum in the last chance before the half. So at half-time in this open age restricted under 90 kilogram exhibition game, certainly more than an exhibition, we can assure you of that, it's 14-all between the Marlins and the Mad Dogs.
Welcome to Datum Projects, where we make your interior fit outs easy. From start to finish, we bring a wealth of experience to every project, and we love what we do, so please come and meet the team.
Hi, we're the project management team. Our responsibility is to ensure a smooth running project from start to finish. By having a clear understanding of our clients' expectations, we aim to do this by delivering a stress-free, quality fit-out on time.
I'm a quantity surveyor. My role is to understand your needs and tailor my pricing to suit your budget.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm one of the detailers here at Datum Projects. My role is to take the client's architectural drawings and convert them into shop drawings for our factory.
Hi, my name's T. I'm the Health and Safety Manager for Datum Projects, and one of our core principles here is work safe to get you home safe.
40 minutes left to play in Wednesday Night League for 2023, and this match between the Marlins and the Mad Dogs in the open age restricted under 90 kilograms is all locked up at 14-all. Stephen McIver and Crystal Orota, Kiwi Fern skipper, in the seat, the warm seat, which it hasn't been for these players since the get-go. And it was the Marlins who scored first, Kake to Nathan, and it was just tidy ball.
Oh, yeah, just good ruck identity there by Alden Kake as he's scanning there. He just jumps out from dummy half in behind the ruck there. And then a beautiful pass, pop pass there to Bronson Nathan to put Marlins on the board first.
And they kept coming too. Then Glenn Green came by on a nice little drop ball from Dunn, and it was starting to look like it could have been the start of a wee massacre because they were getting through easily.
Yeah, good ball movement there. Henry Dunn just jumps out. They run a little bit of a corners with O'Grady, and then Glenn Green cuts back there on the inside to score for Marlins the second try.
And then lo and behold, the Marlins fall asleep on trying to push the scrum, and they watch River Alderton go through.
Yeah, I don't think they realised the ball had come out of the scrum there, and the Marlins got caught napping at the back of the scrum there. Just straight off the back of the scrum, Alderton jumps out. comes around the back of the scrum where no one was there and scores a try for
I was
Mad
looking
Dogs.
where Dunn was trying to think where the ball going. It almost felt like he was looking it's going to go out wide, and then they go again. Patrick Partey this time. This was nicely executed.
Yeah, it was by Partey. He just sort of stepped back off his right, fended with his left and dived over to score the Mad Dogs' second try. It wasn't easy either because it's quite wet out there, but the ball handling skills have been quite good from both sides tonight considering the wet and very windy conditions.
And then Collins, this is on the back of this great run by Joel Harrison, and Tom Collin goes in. Had a little bit of work to do. Royce Nathan got caught out, tried to go again, but momentum was working against him, and it was just a nicely executed try.
Yeah, it was nicely executed, and the ball there was good too. As he came back into Royce Nathan, Royce had to try and sort of turn a corner to make the tackle, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be.
And then Nathan got one back, got the ball from Dunn, and it was just a tight little dot down. Thank you very much, I'll take that. And we'll just give you a reminder that, yes, I have a bow and arrow on my back.
Yeah.
With the old try celebrations, which are becoming quite a thing in the NRL, but it's all for charity that I'm told. A lot of money being raised for charity. It's like $5,000 a try celebration in the NRL.
$500 a try.
Oh, $500?
Yeah, $500 a try.
Okay. I thought it was 5,000. Someone said
that
that
would
already.
be nice.
14 all, and there's not much between them. Completion rates both coaches would be happy with in these conditions. Both have the same amount of sets and both have the same amount of tries. So we're all locked up at 14 all. And the last night of Wednesday Night League, which is impressing everybody, even some of the greats of the game. We're in the entertainment business. We're not in the sports business. We're in the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Do you get the feel Wednesday Night League has changed the game locally at this early point?
I'll tell you how much it's changed the game, because I've been in the fortunate position of being heavily involved in the NRL one way or another, and that was my benchmark. A number of weeks ago, I turned on Wednesday night. Actually, after meeting Rebecca, I turned on Wednesday night.
Let's have a look.
League, and I had a look. It's fantastic. It is the excitement, the smiles, the look in the eyes, the skill, the deliverance, everything. I think it's a good reminder of what we've actually got and we've forgotten about. We have forgotten how important, how great, how skillful, how entertaining the Auckland Rugby League is here in Auckland. It's just fantastic. And this Fox League competition on Wednesday night, I think it's fantastic. It's brilliant. It's what's been missing.
The other part of it, of course, is the women's game. And, the women's game has had a real push across the ditch with NRLW, but to see it locally and to see players being picked up by NRLW teams, it says a lot about where the game is at the moment and how much greater it could be in this area.
Well, I'm a good example of it, Stephen, because I'm old school in many ways. I try to keep myself modern, but I would say I'm a little bit old school. And I was, if I'm absolutely honest, one who women's game, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But I've been blown away by what I've seen. I actually now think that in 10 to 15 years' time, it'll be the women's game and not the men's game. I think it's gathering so much momentum because of the way it's being delivered, because of the passion of the players, the skill of the players. It's only going to get bigger and greater. Sponsors are going to come to it like no one's imagined.
Massive shout out to the ARL aunties. They have been promoting alcohol-free, positive sideline behaviour, making sure that everybody is encouraging everybody to enjoy rugby league.
Minutes of Wednesday Night League left to go in season 2023. It's 14 all here at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium number 2 between the Marlins and the Mad Dogs. And we are good to go. That's how strong the wind is as Henry Dunn gets us underway. The Mad Dogs from Mount Albert, the first to receive in the second 40. They had a slow start in the first half. They'd like a quicker one in the second. Stephen McIver, Crystal Orota in the warmth of the commentary position because it is bitterly cold outside here. Those braving it are true rugby league fans that just love to get their taste of the great game of rugby league. Enterprising first half, Crystal, by both these sides. So you sometimes wonder it's how they start sets the pattern for the last 40.
Yeah, definitely. I've been really impressed with the Mad Dogs. I mean, you know, Manurewa are the champions, and it's an exhibition game, obviously, but the Mad Dogs have been playing some solid footy.
Gee, that was a harsh call. They called that forward. I know it touched Wallace, but it didn't look like it had gone forward. But who are we to argue with the whistleblower who's really blowing that whistle tonight?
We're not the bunker, we're commentators.
Sometimes you want to be the bunker, though, right? Do you think the bunker's a good thing?
Yes and no. I think it has its upsides and its downsides.
Done with the ball for the Marlins. Big, strong carry. Oh, that was Jonathan O'Grady who went forward, then went backwards on the back of a tackle from Joel Harrison. This is Andrew Putaiti in the 15 jersey for the Marlins. Eldon Kake, he's had a great game at acting half. There's Chris Joseph, the 16, and Bronson Dixon in there as well. Some of the older hands now getting their hands on the ball. Here comes Cody Mahuika with the kick through. Here comes the chase. What's it like? Good enough to get an extra set. And now he's caught a high shot in the tackle. Not often you see that when chasing a ball, is it?
Yeah. We'll see it again here.
So there's the chase. And he's caught.
Yeah, hold with me.
Thoughts?
Well, they were both falling into it. I didn't think it was a high shot, personally.
Patrick Party met an avalanche of two in the form of Mahuika and Co. Time to run the ball. Defensive lines up quick from the Manurewa Marlins early in the second half, very early in the second half. Mahuika with a good strong tackle. Joe Benson.
Keep that ruck clean. Go for it. 15, don't step in like that.
Kicking into the wind. Look at that. Look at the ball hold up and almost go backwards. Oh, picked up. Nicely picked up by Joel Harrison. And it's still alive.
What's the final coming?
Here's the last for the Mad Dogs. They go the short side. Tamburua passes. Picked up by Alderton. Alderton still going, not going to get away. Comes out, it's popped out, but it all just fell down pretty quickly. You knew as soon as it was going about 2 centimetres above the ground, wasn't going much further.
Not much further than that.
But like hope of hell, right?
And that kick went straight up and down too.
I'm dying to see the day when the kick goes up and backwards. Then you know it's a strong wind. Mind you, if they'd got big air on that, it probably would have gone backwards. That's how strong the wind is here tonight at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium, number 2. It's handled the season well. It's digging up a little bit now, in the middle particularly. Corey Hebden with the play of the ball just inside the Mad Dogs half. Kake gets caught up. He's called play on the referee, so they're not going to get anything out of this. Nice pickup by Dunn. Puts the little chip in, but it's going to be picked up quite confidently by the Mad Dogs.
Yeah, stand now! Keep the ruck clean! Go!
Nice work by David Albert out there on the left wing.
Yeah, stand now!
Excuse me, that was Tom Collin. That was Taylor Smith.
Stand there, Rewa, arms off! Yeah, go, sweet.
Yes, that's what we want to see. Mike Muir back into the action.
Hold, go forward. Marcus, stay out, Ken. On now.
Tamarua, I like the look of Tamarua. Likes to take the line on.
Yeah, he's been really strong, Tamarua.
Wallace, bit of a dummy, still going there, uses his left boot, goes straight into the hands of Shaquille Taylor, who makes good meters and still hits and spins. Finally gets stopped by the man that kicked the ball, Dylan Wallace. Oh, copped one. No, his thumbs are up. No, it's all right, I can take that. No, maybe not.
No, I'll just come and check this.
Both thumbs have gone up saying, you're right, you're right, all right. That's the third thumbs up. How many times do you need to put the thumb up to say, I'm okay?
There's going to be tackle one coming when you're ready. Go.
Okay, thumbs up for that one again, just in case.
Does a good return from him, though. Give him a thumbs up for that.
Marlins on the Oh, yes! Gladden Uffenau feels a little bit of heat.
Get your arms away faster.
Crikey dicks.
There's a good tackle by Mike Muir, though.
Oh, it's a great tackle.
Stay turn.
Let's enjoy it again, shall we? Gets him up. And helps mates give him a little good old thumping to the deck. A little help from Manurewa. Ball's alive. Look at this. Out of the blue. David Albert goes in for the Manurewa Marlins. Blink and you'll miss it. And the Marlins are in. David Albert gets the try.
I must have blinked because I missed that, so I'm going to see what happened here on the replay myself.
Didn't make touch, but he was onto it. Look at this. Oh, got battered back in by the Mad Dogs, and Albert was on it like a dog on a bone.
That just shows the importance of chasing on a penalty kick out.
Nice work. Nice work by the Manurewa Marlins, taking advantage of someone else's slight mistake. And Dunn will get an easier conversion than his last attempt of the Royce Nathan try, which was way out on the touchline and kicking into the wind. This time, he has the wind with him to a point. That was just like a little chip, wasn't it? Nicely done. Extras added. And it's 20 points to 14. The Manurewa Marlins lead the Mount Albert Mad Dogs in the second 40 of Wednesday Night League. Watch this again. Goes high and long. Mad Dogs saying, well, we can keep in it. That was Joseph Jacob, and David Albert says, actually, I'll have that. Nicely done, the Marlins. 6 points ahead. 32 left to play in the last match of Wednesday Night League for the season. Have you enjoyed your Wednesday Night League, Crystal?
I've been really enjoying Wednesday Night League. I actually can't believe it's coming to an end already. It doesn't feel like that long ago calling the first game, so it's just flowing by.
So I got asked the question what I would do with my Wednesday nights. What are you going to do with your Wednesday nights?
I think I'll be back to league training now. Back out in the cold, wet rain.
Okay, remember, you are allowed to rethink this. You don't have to go and do it if you don't want to. Marlins ball. Oh, good stop. Patrick Barty. Really stopped old Bronson Nathan in his tracks, but here they come again. It's a really tidy run from Sean Thompson in 17 for the Marlins. A little bit of pace brought to the game. Mahuika. And Putaiti, ball's gone dead. And they call a strip on it. So Putaiti will get the ball. Is it Wallace is going to get called for the strip? Yeah, you know what? I'm not so sure about that. I don't think ball retention is that strong.
Hand just happened to be
That's where the bunker comes into play. That's where it's good. Whoa, hang on a minute. Not hurdling. I know we're close to the Athletics, Bronson Nathan. He's just practicing his 110-metre hurdles on the grass. Marlins ball. Holding, no pressure, no defensive pressure whatsoever. Shaquille Taylor comes into the line, meets Patrick Party and his mates.
Release it now. Oh, I'll go 3.
Ball goes there, loose pass.
You run behind your player that time and stop 19 from making a tackle.
There you go, runs behind his player, hands the ball straight back. Easy penalty for Dylan Wallace. Look, Marlins are all over the shop.
Number 8, come here.
Oh.
Captain.
So he's called out Bronson Nathan.
It doesn't matter. You're completely offside. You knew you're offside, okay? Don't put him.
Oh, that's going to hurt. Knew he was offside. Professional foul. You, son, are in the bin for 10. And he's one of their better front rowers, creating a bit of havoc in the middle. So Bronson Nathan in the bin. They're down to 12, the Marlins, for 10 minutes. Now, good teams train with 12 if they're going to have to be in that situation. Now we'll see what happens. Strong run from Patrick Party.
When you come over, your hands come across it.
A little bit of frustration now from the Marlins.
Penalties made on. Penalties are made. Here we are.
Glenn Green trying to check in and say, you sure about that, ref? No point in arguing, Crystal.
No.
This is Connor Harfuka.
No! Here we are!
I've been impressed by him tonight. He's been everywhere. Cameron Puisi in the 15.
Release that 13!
Caught around the legs by O'Grady. Still trying to get to play the ball. They come left now. Tamarua. Oh, that's a great ball to Joel Harrison. Still going. Can he get it away? Yes, he does. And do they score? I say yes. Joe Benson's in. That ball was on the line.
Ball made to the ground before you pushed it back up.
He's called that a try?
Yes, he has. Joe Benson goes in. And it was the run from Joel Harrison that set that up.
Yeah, as off the back of a string of penalties here, and just get it out wide. It's this beautiful break here by Harrison.
Didn't think he'd get it away here, but look, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
Manages to get it away to Benson. Reaches out just there on the line.
Now, they were saying we pushed them, they weren't
pushed
back.
Yeah.
And that's what the referee was saying. No, boys, that is a try with the kick to come from Wallace. Good position. Can we lock this game up again? Yes, we can. 20 apiece between the Marlins and the Mad Dogs from Mount Albert.
Yeah, a little bit of ill discipline there from the Marlins. Obviously, Bronson Nathan being sin-binned, and then another penalty there that sort of got the Mad Dogs easy yardage up the field, and off the back of that, managed to score themselves a try.
So this one's turning into a flip of a coin match, isn't it?
Yeah, Marlins are going to have to really dig deep here, playing with 12 players.
Done with the restart. A cautious restart that needs to be taken. And back come the Mad Dogs. Now with a little bit of a spring in the step. That's Hafoka. I'd like to see him get more ball, actually.
Yeah, he was damaging last week for the Mad Dogs.
Try score Benson. Trying to play the ball. Kaka getting in his way. They have to be careful. You can sense just a little bit of frustration from the Marlins now. Trying to slow the plays down. Here we go again. There you go. Frustration. It's going to cost them.
Yeah.
It's not a bad touch finder by Wallace. Mount Albert coming in. Here's Hafoka again. Big, strong runner. Look at that. Needs 3 to stop him. Those big, long legs pumping. Wants to get the quick play ball. Finally gets it. Finds Alderton. Comes back inside. Tries to go. Benson gets a bit of a bump. Looking for the penalty. Not going to get it. You're not going to suck this referee in. And Wallace. Dummies everybody. Alderton comes back in. Looking dangerous now, the Mad Dogs. They want the quick play, not getting it. Wallace, what can he do? Tamarua bounces off one, doesn't go too much further. Mad Dogs, Benson, the try scorer, wants two. Probably a wasted play there, Alderton looking up. Which way do they go? They come to the right. Goes to the air. Is it too big, too long? Oh, yes.
20 meters.
They just reminded the Marlins that they have 12 players and you better be on your game.
Yeah, they had a really good set there, the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. They had, the offloads are really killing the Marlins. They're hitting, but they're not sticking in defense, and they're managing to get the ball away. So the Marlins are going to need to wrap that ball up to avoid the offloads of the Mad Dogs.
Sean Thompson playing the ball 12 out from halfway. Dunn kicks early. It's been touched. It was a bit of a nothing play in the end. Look at the work here from Patrick Partey in the 3 jersey. Scored a try in the first half and was on the end of a very slick backline move to get that try, and they're already back into the Marlins half. Tamarua. Cameron Pui set.
Get that ruck cleaner.
Tamarua, was waiting for someone, finally got someone in the form of Muir. Good solid front row, that.
Oh, he's been outstanding all night, Muir.
Tamarua holds it, finds a little bit of a gap, couldn't get through. The door shut pretty quickly. Natalie Kake all over him at the top. Someone's gone down, though, who tackled down below. Is that Henry Dunn?
No, that's Clayton Ngāwharu.
My apologies. Headgear all over the place. The old stinger in the mush, on the nose.
Looks like he caught one in the nose, I think.
Yeah, the old watery eyes.
Yeah.
You just don't want your nose sitting on the side of your face. So we go again, and it's Mad Dog ball. I got to say, I love the name. Mad Dogs. I just love it. Wallace. Ben Roberts, the skipper. Fifth and last. Bit of work to do. Wallace got the ball. Going to grub a one through. And that's nicely picked up. Pretty easy pick up, too, for Shaquille Taylor for the Marlins. And gets up clutching his ribs. Did he take a knee to the rib? This is try scorer David Albert, who picked up that lovely try after Joseph Jacob batted the ball back inside. And he was on hand to say, thank you very much. I'll take the 4-pointer.
Mad Dogs are really applying a lot of pressure on the Marlins now, keeping them at their own try line.
Yeah.
Let him stand.
Kake looks up. Finds Aaron Putaiti. Pretty impressed with Putaiti.
Putaiti?
Is it just a willing worker?
Yeah, he looks for work. Sometimes if the centres or the wingers aren't brought into the game, they've got to go hunting for work, and Putaiti just comes in and actually hunts for the work.
Ooh, Taylor Smith slipped into that. Yeah, felt that one. Oh, hang on. Yeah, he really slipped into that one. Is he still there? Let's have a look. Trying to just double check he's all right.
The ref's not convinced.
No, I don't think he is convinced. That's why he's holding his microphone. Okay, so Taylor Smith plays the ball, albeit slowly. Look at that line come up for the Marlins. Because one thing, though, it's a very compressed line. They're leaving that right edge way open. Oh, see the ball, the wind carry that one. Yep, that one's not helping. Oh, they're going to call a knock on. Yep. Poor old Mother Nature has had a big hand to play in that one, Crystal.
Yes, the Mad Dogs heard you that the right edge was compressed in, so they try to spread out there ASAP, but unfortunately they've knocked the ball on.
Yeah, they didn't actually think about the wind when you're trying to go for the long ball.
No.
Your straight ball is going to go behind you pretty quickly. But at least they're thinking. At least they're recognising where the potential weaknesses of the Marlins are for another few minutes before we get Bronson Nathan back on. We got 10 in the bin for a professional foul, knowing he was offside. So Marlins ball, 20 all, playing with 12. We got. This is Sean Thompson hitting and spinning for the Marlins. Kake. Kake again gets wrapped up by River Alden in his opposite number. Terrible play of the ball. How he got away with that, I do not know. Dunn out to Green. Dunn again, waits for the ball to bounce, tries a little dummy, walks into traffic, including try scorer Joe Benson. Kake's looking up. Where does he want to go? A little short ball to Putaiti, who just ran into traffic in Tamarua, and they forgot the tackle count again. Basics.
Yes, very basic. I actually messaged Chris, who's the coach, and I sort of said, oh, what is he sort of expecting from the boys? He just said that they just got to keep their standards, keep their standards. And I don't know what their standards are, or if they've, I don't know if they've dropped their standards to what standards they have, but I do know that the Mad Dogs have certainly lifted their game from their performance last week, that's for sure.
One standard you would expect to be natural would be know the tackle count.
Yeah, definitely. The little 1%ers for sure.
That's Bronson Nathan back on, so the Marlins have their full complement. This is Muir, bats off one, Boches through two, puts his shoulder down, goes through three, gets the ball away. This is Benson, the try scorer. Oh, they're starting to go now. He's still going. What's he got? Oh, he gets the big ball out, and it's knocked on. Got a little bit excited, did the Mad Dogs. It is a full moon.
Yeah, that was looking very promising.
They were just batting them off like flies.
I think that's probably one standard that may have been dropped for the Manurewa Marlins is the tackle technique. There's been so many missed tackles. The contact hasn't been as strong as it probably usually would be.
They looked frail going backwards there.
Yeah, definitely on that occasion.
I just suppose if you're running backwards in this, this momentum, and you're trying to look at all the options of where to go, any good team can be in that same situation. Mahuika feeds the scrum.
I need a player in the gap. Who's a half? Anyone? Just stand in the place.
Get in there yourself, ref.
Is there anybody there?
It's a song and that. Finally feeds a scrum. Get a full compliment in the Mad Dog scrum. Oh, now that's trying to be too clever, right? Yeah, just not what you need. No point in getting angry at yourself. I know what you were trying to do, but just out from your own line, standards. There we go.
There's a very risky play. Obviously, in that zone, you just want to be playing safety set, safe footy, just hold the ball.
There's still plenty of time. You're only 18 minutes and a bit to go. That's a ton of time. You're all locked up. So another mistake, hands the ball back to the opposite team. This time it'll be the Mad Dogs with the ball. Wallace will feed the scrum. There's a push again from the Marlins. And the ball's popped out. They were onto it this time, though. The last time they had to push the scrum, they conceded a try, the Marlins. Not this time. Benson.
Yeah, stand now. We want to keep it clean. Oh, go.
Fuka. No, he was looking for his referee. Wayne asked his touch for. Oh, hello. Hello. Joel McGrill's getting a bit testy.
I thought it went backwards. I was happy to say that was backwards. Can I get the two, Captain?
Wow. Okay.
Captain. Stay out of it, Captain. Yeah.
Wallace thinks he's the captain.
Starting to get real messy with that ruckus now. You just talk to both your boys and just make sure we're staying away from them, okay? Just tackle, stand up and play.
I love how the referee has his chat and then not a lot said to the team. Talk to your team about...
Talk to your team and they're like, yeah, sweet. Got it.
Anyway, did you guys at the back here? What? So smart play here by the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. They're going to take the 2. They obviously know how tight this game is, so they're going to say, look, we'll take the extra 2 here, and then we'll get the ball back. So Dylan Wallace with the penalty attempt. Probably not a bad option too, with everybody getting a bit messy here.
Yeah.
Strikes it well, and the Mad Dogs go in front. Just by the 2, but it could be a valuable 2 by the end of the 80 if nothing else happens. 22-20. Mount Albert lead the Manurewa Marlins. Remember, the Marlins are the champions of this open age restricted comp in 2023. Just a reminder too, the women's semi-finals this weekend. 12:45, Howick against City at Paparoa Park number 1. 12:45 Saturday, Otara versus Mount Albert at Ngati Otara Park number 1. Long restart, taken cleanly. And here comes Hafoka again. He's a heck of a bundle to handle, isn't he?
Oh, he is. Strong and powerful.
McGreal in there. Here comes Benson. Do you know what? Since he scored that try, he's been everywhere.
He has, actually. He's been more involved.
Bring it in field. 2 markers, stay up. Boys, stay on your mark. 2 markers, stay square. Yeah, that's 2.
You can see how strong the wind is out there. I don't know why it's that left-hand edge, but you can see how strong the wind is out there.
Yeah,
with the way the ball is just floating.
Underway, hold, go 3.
McGreal still likes the short side. Here's Harrison again. He is proving too hard.
Off the legs and stand. Yeah, hold, go 4.
Tamarua finds Benson again. I'll have more ball, thanks. Just give me the ball.
Yeah, stand now. Yeah, this is final coming.
Last tackle with the Mad Dogs. Wallace with the kick. Ooh! It was just a moment where I'm sure David Albert thought, oh, please let me hold that ball. Corey Hebden for Manurewa just working their way out of the half now. Manurewa looking for anything down on the play. Joseph Jacob is getting attention from one of the trainers. This is Tom Collin, the try scorer. He beats the first one. Beats Eldon Kake just. They might have to call time here for the moment. Joseph Jacob is still down. I'm surprised that the referee hasn't seen that. There might be a stoppage in play here. Okay, it doesn't look too pretty, so Joseph Jacob is off.
Yeah, when you're ready.
Yeah, doesn't look too happy. So finally got him off. Look how strong that wind is. Got about 2 meters on that ball, did Dylan Wallace.
Wait for the tap.
So Mount Albert ball leading by 2. A little over 14 to play in the final match of Wednesday Night League. And Muir drops the ball, but it's stripped 2 in the tackle. Get that feeling of frustration again from Manurewa, Crystal.
I think it's going to come down to who can compose themselves the best out of the two sides, because if you're going to hold on to that frustration, it's just going to be a flow-on effect in regards to errors.
It's going to backfire.
Yeah.
Sean Thompson, strong tackle. McGreal. Finds Smith. Muir plays the ball. They love this short, so they obviously feel that the right edge of the Manurewa Marlins is weak as Tamarua keeps on going. Nuggety little run from the number 7. McGreal. Thompson. Slides for an extra 2. McGreal goes left again. They're still pumping this right edge. There's Harrison again. He'll want to stay in. His defence is up. Gets help from his teammates. Tamarua. Has he put too much on this one? No, but it's nicely picked up. Well picked up by Manurewa. That was a really nice kick. Moika picked it up, but he just had angled that beautifully.
Yeah, it's just been placed in a good place for them to put pressure on the Marlins. You know, their line speed's been good in this area. Obviously, they've not made much yardage at all. It's just smart footy being played by the Mad Dogs.
Thompson trying to get the quick play of the ball. Wee Nathan looks up, goes again. Yeah, there was some thought they was yelling, hey, he ran behind his own player, ref, but no. You heard the call, didn't interfere with the play, no looker. Tamarua came flying in, not too much effect. 5th and final, they're deep in their own half. They're going to need a big kick. Who gets it? Clayton Lafaro. And nicely picked up, a little bit of a juggle from Tom Collin. Gets away from the first, doesn't get away from the rest.
Yeah, stand there! 3 arms away. Oh.
Cameron Fuisi.
Yeah, stand there! Arms off. Oh, God.
Every time the youngster touches that ball, Tamarua just makes easy meters.
Oh, go 3.
McGreal, who's waiting? It's Patrick Party. Yeah, they're calling for a high shot.
Go for 9, stay out.
Wallace, shaped to kick, a little bit of a dummy. It's the second time he's done it.
But the final coming.
Their last is 30 out from the line. Kicks up. Take is good. Albert again having to weather the storm of a wave of yellow and blue jerseys coming at him. Corey Hebden beats a couple and is pushed back by guess who? Mike Muir has been everywhere, going forward and defensively.
Neither of you even trying to be marking, you're completely offside.
I would not want to be that P in that whistle. It has been blowing so hard tonight, I'd go out with my ears ringing. Well, they're a bit anyway, but...
Is that what it's called, a P?
Yeah.
You're making it all
I learned something
Well, it's
tonight.
about the size of a P, right?
Yeah.
But don't ask me for any history lessons on that one. But the old saying, blowing the P out of the whistle. Ref's doing a bit of that tonight, I have to say.
Oh, go. Yeah, stand there, 19. Yeah, go.
Making some easy meters this time around. Here he comes. Bronson Nathan spent 10 in the bin, has to make a bit up for his team. Kake waiting. Ball is dropped back inside for Clayton Lafaro.
Yeah, stand there. Find you here. Go 4. 14, stay out of it next time.
Running it wide. Still going. It's Green.
Stand there. Over the way. That's the final.
Last tackle for the Marlins. Can they score a 4-pointer? Can they go back in front? Time starting to work against them. Under 10 to play. It's the last tackle. They get it away. Can they go? No. Picked up by the Mad Dogs. Little excited. Didn't play off, and then they give away a penalty. Someone going to the bin here?
No, you're laying there with all your weight. You're not even attempting to move out of the way. No, I don't need you talking to me like that for the rest of the game, okay?
Henry Dunn got told off, just hung his head. like the kid caught with his hand in the cookie jar. So that's what happened. Ball goes to the deck. Then they're all over it. Second effort. And he gets told off. So player down at the back this time. It's number 19. That is
Wallace.
Dylan Wallace. It's the second one to go down. We've already seen Joseph Jacob go off. And the St John ambulance are there with the little cart, the old golf cart. And now it's Wallace down. Let's have a look. Oh, gosh, he's... Looks like ankle. Can't walk on it. Leg. Well, it's all part of the leg, isn't it? So ankle, leg, ankle, leg. That takes a bit of... Just a little bit of subtle strikeout. You know, we know he's the kicker, but he's actually been pretty strong going forward, and he's a heck of a handful to tackle. So, you know, with 8.5 to play, it's not over. Oh, got someone else down getting the old leg rub. I think it's probably all the old boys starting to
cramps starting to set in now.
That's right.
The old muscles are starting to seize up.
Anthony Galling calls it cramp o'clock.
That's a good one.
Yes, Muir again for the Mad Dogs. Hasn't given up all night. They lead 22-20, 8 minutes to play. The last 8 minutes of Wednesday Night League. Wherever you're watching this on Sky Sports Lex or the Auckland Rugby League YouTube channel, we trust you've enjoyed Wednesday Night League, because we certainly have. Although this has probably been the most challenging night for the Stream Shop crew. They are having to weather the conditions just like the players, all our camera people and soundies. Unlike some of us who get to sit in the warm.
Must be nice.
Ah, well, age has its advantages. So, Marlins ball, 7.5 to play, trailing by 2. Remember, the Marlins are the open age restricted champs this season. Done. This is Green again for a centre. He's been busy. Doesn't mind doing the carries.
Go to one marker.
Bronson Nathan.
Stand there, Albert. Arms off. Go 3.
Kake trying to make something happen. Mahuika with the ball right out the back. It's gone backwards, so they a little bit of luck for them this time. Wee Nathan, bit of a shimmy. Last tackle, 5 out. Can the Marlins go ahead with the clock ticking against them? Dunn goes wide. Green, held up.
It's held up there. That's on your flex. It's going to be a hand over 2 meters out.
Oh, there's a hand over there. Bit of a hidden spin.
But look who's involved. Harrison underneath, Tamurua over the top, and just with a little bit of help, Muir. 3 players that have been all over it tonight.
There's pure desperation from the Mad Dogs there to hold that try out in dying moments of this game with only 6 minutes left on the clock.
Now you just want to play nice, tidy ball with Jackson Smolinski on in 16. Remember, Dylan Wallace, their kicker, is off. He does not mind a carry, does Haba Tamarua. Smolinski again, second carry in the set. Here's Dylan Wallace smiling, boots off, ankle being taped. McGreal inside the 40, not going to get much out of this one because it's into the wind.
Bring it out here for the play the ball.
But again, it's making the Marlins have to go back. You'd almost sense that the Marlins really want to try and pick the pace up now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, they'd want to execute here.
Thompson, use the conditions, got the wind behind you. Then try and speed the play up.
Stand there, Face off the ball.
Campbell plays the ball. Here comes Kake. Gets an easy 2 or 3. This is Corey Hebden. Was looking to get the ball away. Unable to do so. Kake looks left. Goes left. Mahuika. Short ball for Wee Nathan. Closing in on the Mad Dogs line. Can it hold again? Mahuika. Dunn puts the kick through.
Knock on by Mount Albert.
Knock on by Tamarua. Ouch. And the rain starts to fall. 4.5 minutes to play here at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium number 2. 4.5 minutes left in Wednesday Night League, brought to you by the Auckland Rugby League. Magnificent concept, heaps of fun, great football, and an immense array of talent on display over the last few weeks. Semi-final weekend all this weekend for both the women's and the Fox Premiership. Can the champions of the Open Age Restricted, Manurewa, finish this game off? About to find out. Mahuika finds Thompson. Tackles up their sleeves. Kake. Ball knocked on, and guess who is there? That tall, gangly frame of Joel Harrison. He's been big for the Mad Dogs tonight. Colin. Try scorer from the first half. Trying to lift them off the deck. Patience is probably required now. Good, strong set would be what the Mad Dogs want. Cameron Puesi plays the ball. One out running. This is Cassius Bell. McGreal looking a little bit excitable. Here he is, big Connor Hafuka. We are 4-1 marker. Alderton finds Tamarua. Tamarua playing like a front row, and he's the size of your standard halfback.
Down now, arms away. That's the final coming. Oh, God.
Just inside halfway, they need a big kick here. What's McGreal got? They go wide to Patrick Party and throw a forward pass.
Forward.
Wow. This game is not done with. So you may have heard the call in the background. Run it back, boys. That's probably the Manurewa Marlins bench saying, let's get on with it.
Right, heads in, nice and tight.
2.5 to play in Wednesday Night League for 2023. Cold old night. Both teams, or all 4 teams tonight, have been in challenging conditions. Teratu winning earlier this evening against Glenora, 24-4. Right now, it's 22-20 in favour of the Mad Dogs. You would have heard Crystal Orota talk about the story of the Mad Dogs. Rugby players coming across to the great game of rugby league and just wanting to do something a little bit different. The name also create a great culture, a different kind of culture. Well, they're certainly playing great footy to boot. This is Corey Hebden, bounces off 1, bounces off 2 and gets away. Doesn't make that much ground though. Clock is ticking. Have the champs got something to do?
Yeah, done now! Here we are, 10 away. Go, 2. 9 stay out.
Okay. Here it comes. Mahuika, big ball out to the left. They've been caught out. Albert tried to score a try before, but he's wrapped up quickly. Patrick Party involved. Warning lights on the dashboard of Mount Albert. Here come the Marlins. They go left, short side. Mahuika! Good tackle. Offload successful. Doesn't go forward. This is Butaiti. Ooh. Kake's leg got caught under there. He felt that. 5th and final. What have they got? Here they come. And yes. Bronson Dixon does the job when it matters, and the champs come home. Bronson Dixon, who's won 5 open age restricted comps for Papakura, makes sure that the champs put one final championship to rest. They've won it already, but if you're a champ, you want to make sure you remain the champs, at least psychologically in this exhibition game. Kake, and look at the step. Right next to the line, and Dixon scores a beauty. 24-22 with the kick to come. Pretty much close to full time. Dunn will get the chance to just finish this one off. You heard the hooter in the background. We are done, so to speak. And who gets the kick? Andrew Putaiti. Looks good. Gets sprayed a bit of water. And shanks it across. And they finish their season off with a dance and a party, because the Manurewa Marlins have triumphed this evening in the dying seconds of the game. And they win this one 26-22. Stay with us here at Go Media Mount Smart Stadium number 2. We will be back shortly to get some post-game reaction and wrap up the season right here. Full time in Wednesday Night League in the second and final match for the season. And this exhibition game in the open age restricted, the reigning champions come home in the dying seconds of the game. The Manurewa Marlins 26 and the Mad Dogs 22. It was a cracking game. Tries of plenty and good tries all over the place as well. This was a cracker. This was David Albert's try. Manurewa kicking for touch, and then Joseph Jacob, who later went off, tried to bat the ball in, which he did, but David Albert was there and said, you know what, I'll have that, and scored probably one of the easiest tries he will ever get in the game of rugby league. And then back came Mount Albert. They love this left-hand side. Joel Harrison, who was big for the Dogs tonight, got tackled, was able to keep the ball alive, and Joe Benson said, well, I'll take that one as well. Went under and scored a cracker. Mount Albert pushed it back. They thought they would get that one, but it wasn't going to happen. And then here's the winner. Big step. Look at that step by Bronson Dixon. And he scores a cracking try. And that finished the Mad Dogs off. Conversion by Andrew Putaiti was successful. And the final score here, 26-22 to the Manurewa Marlins over the Mount Albert Mad Dogs. After the full 80, possession was split. That was just representative of what the scoreline was going to be. The completion rate solid by both sides, but it's all about the score. 5 tries to 4, 26-22, and that's how this one shaped up. Let's go downstairs and get some post-game reaction with Crystal.
Kia ora, Chris, you guys already the champions of this grade, but what was your message to the boys heading into this exhibition match?
Just more so to give back to the grade, just to sort of promote it a little bit more, just to get a few more teams into the grade hopefully next year. Just a big up to all the teams that did play. Hopefully what we showcased was a bit of what's to come, but I just want to give a shout out to the Manurewa club with the loss that we've had, just out to the Moronga family. That game was for you guys, so yeah, thank you.
Well, go and enjoy the celebrations with your team, and congratulations.
So, everybody just reminding themselves how good this competition was. It returned for the first time back here in 2023. Now let's get some more reaction from the Mad Dogs.
Kia ora, guys. Great game tonight. Massive lift from last week's game. How good has it been to showcase your guys' talents and the Mad Dogs through Wednesday Night Rugby League?
Yeah, you know, Manurewa, they're obviously a great team. They won the grade. So it's good to go head-to-head with them and go toe-to-toe almost pretty much straight to the end. But yeah, these games have just been to showcase what OAR is about. And then, you know, this is a good game to show that, I think, much better than last week. Hopefully get some more teams next year.
Yeah, it's just an awesome representation of what the OAR grade is really like. Like, if you're watching this right now and you're keen to come down and play next year, like, it's such a fun grade. Just want to say thank you to Mount Albert for letting us, a team of just like random rugby union players and stuff, come together for a season. John Ackland pulled us all together. Yeah, what a year. Next year, the matter of Mad Dogs. This year, the Warriors.
Well, thank you guys for what you guys are doing in the game of rugby league.
Here, some randoms coming up and playing the great game of rugby league and look like they've been playing it for such a long time. Just a reminder, this weekend, semi-finals and preliminary final weekends. Preliminary finals for the Fox Memorial, both games kicking off at 2:30. And in the women's semi-final weekends, both games kicking off at 12:45. The best of luck to those sides. If you want to know where they're being played, go to aucklandleague.co.nz and find out where you can go and support your team. But that's us done for season 2023. Wednesday Night League is all done and dusted. Our thanks to the Auckland Rugby League for being such innovators and bringing Wednesday Night League back. Believe it or not, this Wednesday Night League concept was back in the 1970s, being played at Carlisle Park. On behalf of all the Stream Shop team who have worked long and hard, and tonight, very damp hours, on behalf of all the team, I'm Stephen McIver. Don't forget, grand final right here, Mount Smart number 2, August 19. But until next time and next year, that's Wednesday Night League. Take it easy.